Sword Art Online, Episode 1, The World of Swords. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and review this series. There's 19 of them out now. I think there's supposed to be a total of 24. I went and I've just now watched the first episode. And it's, of course, as Episode 1s tend to be, it's a setup episode. So it was really good. Things that really jumped out at me, of course, is in the beginning where he meets his friend Klein and he's showing him, really us, how the game works. And then they find out they can't log out, which I thought was pretty clever. And then it keeps getting a little more clever. And then they go for the announcement. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because you've already watched it, just as I have. So, but what's really gets the immersion part of this, the virtual reality, the immersion part is what I like, because they go, oh yes, the whole thing about, you're hooked up, and if they disconnect you, you're going to die, and if you die in game, you're going to die. And he says, oh, and by the way, already like 213 people are dead, and people are, and then he starts, and then this is where I really like it, and he starts showing the real world news clips, right, around the world of people that have died from this. And everybody's going, whoa, okay, so now you're seeing real kind of, as opposed to the immersion of a game to the exclusion of reality. Now reality is imposing itself into the game. See, there's a lot of clever stuff going on right here. So now they're like, oh my God, this has real world implications from the game. So instead of the opposite. So this was brilliant. And then the whole thing about hey, there's a mirror and everybody looks in it, and then even more of the reality coming into the game is they look like themselves that have been scanned, as opposed to whatever images that they chose or whatever. And there's some humorous moments in there, of course. But this is fantastic. So I heard this was a smart series, and I have not been let down, even though it's just episode 1. I can already see the thinking of the writer or writers in this. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to do the whole series. I'm very stoked about it, and of course I want to do participation, and we can do viewer comments on this and really get into even more of a discussion, of course, of what you think and then the points that are made out, because I love to do viewer comment movies. All right, I really do appreciate the awesomeness of the series, and I'm going to give a shout out to Immersion. Said, now when I announced that I was going to start covering Fairy Tale, which I am, I'm caught up, but the announcement video that I was going to start, a comment from Immersion on this video. Sir, I please beg you, I have been a subscriber for you for 3 months already, and I'll continue to be a subscriber, but please, for the sake of your fans and viewers, please review Sword Art Online, please. All right, thank you. You're the first person that I really heard this from. Now, there were other people, and I think even in the comment section here and from other people, just how smart this series was. But you were the first one, especially the first one, that passionately was saying how good this series is, so I'm giving a shout out. I really do appreciate it. All right, we'll go ahead, and like I say, more viewer comments, more responses, and we can go ahead and have more fun with this series. But it looks fantastic, and like I say, it's smart. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Like I say, it was a setup chapter, just kind of a taste. But I'm going to go ahead and review them, and then when I get caught up, if I get caught up before the last one is out, which I probably will be, then we'll all be waiting, and we'll see what the end is. I think the timing of this is actually going to go pretty well. Once again, thumbs up would be awesome. I would really appreciate it. You can always subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything that you want to. Until next time, take care.